This playthrough is rated M for mature.
August 19th, Thursday. Well, it's time for the end game. Ami is free, but our demons are not yet gone. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Spirit Hunter NG. In the last episode, with Ben and Rose, we were able to go through the Moon Tower and be able to take care of the ghost there. Apparently, it's a lady who's killing people that killed her, typical fanfare, and we were able to get her to leave peacefully. But now we've got to figure out how to defeat Kaguya, one step at a time, though. As I yawn for what must be the 100th time, I give my neck and shoulders a good rub. They ache with a heavy dullness. If your shoulders ache, it's usually, or neck or shoulders ache, it's usually a back problem. I like to think I can take more than your average Joe, but apparently even I'm worn out. Is Ami still asleep? It's already noon, but it looks like Ami hasn't moved since I brought her here. I'm sure she's just really tired, but if this is more than just sleep, then I'll have to call a doctor. I got a text. Earlier I sent out messages saying that Ami is safe. It's probably someone replying to that. Amaname doesn't hide his happiness. He also doesn't hide his shock when I tell him about what happened to Natsumi. Apparently Amaname is still under house arrest. There's no reply from Hazuki. She probably hasn't recovered yet. Bon just says that's great, which is pretty much what I expected he'd say. Rose is very interested in how I was able to save Ami from the mirror. I guess that's the sort of thing that would make a supernatural specialist like her interested. Ue is extremely worried about Ami's condition. She says she's got time this evening, so she'll swing by the Black Rabbit. I sent a text to Natsumi, who's still unconscious in the hospital, so naturally there's no reply. She was the one who was most desperate to get Ami back, so it sucks that you can't hear the news. Big brother. Ami, are you feeling okay? Yeah. Did you save me? Yeah, kind of. Relax, you're safe now. Big bro. Ami starts crying. Then she launches herself into my arms and breaks into sobbing. Thanks. Brother! She stands there for a while crying. I'm not crying! Price of the game. ... You okay now, Ami? Yeah. She wipes away her tears and grins. If she can smile, then she's probably alright. Hey, Ami, can you tell me what happened? If it's too hard for you, I can wait, but... No, it's fine. I can talk about it. Yeah? Okay, then. What do you want to know about? Well, just everything, really, so... When you disappeared? What happened the night you disappeared? You mean... What happened when we got back to your place after we almost got run over by that van? Yeah. I heard a scream and rushed to the bathroom, but no one was there. ... Kaguya suddenly appeared in the mirror. I was shocked and then she just dragged me in. Why did Kaguya abduct you? She said it was because I lost her game. Because I didn't give an offering to Yuri. Why didn't she have mouths on her like me, though? The blemishery scene of Ami's headphones I saw before. Yuri Takamura's voice asked Ami to offer her flowers. That's probably Kaguya's doing. Do you want to know about something else? Yep, the realm of the dead. You were in the realm of the dead the whole time, yeah? What exactly is that place like? How should I put it? Ami tilts her head in thought. My head felt kind of funny, or fuzzy, like I couldn't ever really tell if I was awake or just dreaming. And I never got hungry, even though I never ate anything while I was there. Well, if you did, you'd be stuck in the netherworld for however many pieces of food you ate. Persephone taught me that one. That's not a lot of information. Sorry, big brother. I don't really understand it either. Do you want to know about something else? Yeah, about the girl herself. Was Kaguya always with you? No, not always, just sometimes. She talked with me and played with me. What'd she talk about? I think she only ever talked about you. Man, talk about a yandere, huh? Me? She asked me a bunch of questions, like about your past, hobbies, favorite games. ... I guess she was interested in me because I survived her games. Oh, yeah, Ami. Did Kakuya say anything about the NG thing? No, she never said anything about it. I was curious too, so I asked her, but she didn't tell me. Huh. Did she say anything else that caught your attention? Actually, do you know anything about the demon Tsukuyomi? No, I've never heard of it before. What is it? I don't know. I just remember Kakuya talking about it. The demon Tsukuyomi. That has an ominous ring to it. Is that another spirit? Do you want to know about something else? No, I asked you everything. Nah, that's everything I needed to know. Based on her responses, Ami seems to be her normal self. I was worried she might have some effects from being in the realm of the dead, but I guess not. If that's the case, she can probably handle the news about Aunt Natsumi. I have to tell her at some point anyway. Better do it sooner rather than later. Hey, Ami. I gotta tell you something about Aunt Natsumi. Huh? What about Mom? Just stay calm for this, alright? She's in the hospital right now. ... Kakuya got her somehow while she was trying to save you. Yeah, I know. What, seriously? Yeah, Kakuya told me. Probably just to scare me. She looks like she's about to cry, but she's doing a good job of holding it in. She probably doesn't want to worry me. If I were alone, all alone, I probably would have cried. But I have you, so I'm okay. Ami. How are things How are things going? Whoa there! Looks like I put the brakes on your sibling reunion. Want me to come back later? Amaname, what are you doing here? Well, you know, I heard you saved Ami, so I couldn't just sit around. I'm glad you're safe, Ami. Yeah, thanks. You helped my brother out, right, Seiji? Yeah, 'cause your brother's a hopeless idiot sometimes. If I didn't rein him in every once in a while, he'd probably run straight off a cliff. You haven't changed a bit? Want me to sock you? Sock it to me. Oh wait, that's a different show. Calm down, jeez. I struggled to break out just for you. You could show me a little appreciation. Hey, what do you mean you broke out? Pops got mad at me after what happened to Murahashi and he put me on house arrest. But he and his second-hand man stepped out today, so there was a hole in the security detail. I threatened the guy charged with watching me and finally managed to get away. You're gonna be in hot water later. Yeah, probably. But I couldn't just do nothing. I gotta get back in those spirits that thought they could get the best of me. I swear on the crust of the Amaname family, I'm gonna knock them straight to hell. Amaname? Ami's back safe and sound. There's still major problems that we need to deal with, but I want to celebrate Ami's return for at least one day. I let out a big yawn, unsure of what to do now that I actually had time to myself for a change. You sound bored, Akira. You want to go grab something sweet to eat? Nah, I can't. Ue's gonna be here soon, apparently. Ue, that cop lady, yeah? What does she want? I glanced at the door to the kitchen. Ami's napping in there right now. She seems fairly energetic, but I'm sure she's exhausted. So I guess we just wait around till then? Want to kill some time? Yeah. Well, what do you do now? Well, we just examine everything basically until while we're killing time, so. The mahogany bar counter is so well polished I can see my reflection in it. Behind it are shelves lined with bottles. The wall further inside is a big plasma TV mounted onto it. The door on the left leads to the bathroom and the right goes to the kitchen. The room Ami's napping in is in the kitchen. There's a writing desk and bookshelves. Not normal to see these in a bar. Aunt Natsumi is a horror author, and this is where she writes when she's here in the bar. Oh! Akira, what's that book? It's got some fancy Japanese-style binding. I don't know. Huh? Was that book there before? On top of the desk is an old-fashioned book bound with string. The book's slightly faded cover is scarlet, save for a white rectangle with the author and title. Nagoshi no Gi by Yakumo Moroku. Why is one of Yakumo Moroku's books here? Moroku's that children's author you're talking about, right? The psycho who killed young girls? Yeah. The maniac who kidnapped girls and turned them into dolls and left them in his mansion. It was Yakumo Moroku. And that title, Nagoshi no Gi, I felt like I've heard that somewhere before. That's right, it was Aunt Natsumi. She said it was on the phone before she collapsed. I went home and looked through Moroku's old works, and it's part of Nagoshi no Gi, the realm of the dead. ... The reason Moroku victimized those girls, whose relationship with Kakuya, if I read this, I might be able to find out. Nagoshi no Gi is a short story featuring a certain man as the protagonist. For generations, the man's family performed a rite called the Nagoshi no Gi. The rite was meant to seal a doll-shaped spirit by the name of Kaguya. Kaguya played with humans using various games and stole their lives and consciousness, but the man's ancestor, who is a spirit medium, caught Kaguya and sealed her in a certain place. He sealed her inside a mirror in a world known as the realm of the dead. The Nagoshi no Gi is a ceremonial rite used to keep Kaguya sealed inside the mirror. When a special doll filled with spiritual power is given to Kaguya as a playmate, Kaguya becomes satisfied for about 10 years until the doll loses its power. Every 10 years, the doll must be recharged with energy and offered back to Kaguya. That was the duty given to the man's family, who descended from that spirit medium. After his father's death, the man was also going to inherit that right, as was his family's custom. As long as the rite continued peacefully, Kaguya would never appear in the real world again, or at least that's how it should have been. But the man lost his spiritual powers in an accident before he had any successors, and because of that, the Nagoshi no Gi was unable to be performed. If Kaguya's seal was released, there would be many victims. The man was bound by his duty and devised an alternate method. He took drastic steps to find something to replace his lost powers. The Nagoshi no Gi he devised was to take living girls, make them into dolls, and offer them to Kaguya in the realm of the dead. The pain, regrets, and grudges held by the girls would be a substitute for his spiritual powers. Just as the man hoped, Kakuya... Why is it switch between Kakuya and Kaguya? Anyway, Kakuya was delighted and remained in the mirror. The man had turned the Nagoshi no Gi into a blood-soaked ritual. Nevertheless, the man continued to fulfill his duty. For that was the fate of all those born into that household. I had to pause after that part. I think about the bizarre ritual described in the book. If this isn't just fiction, but was based on... This isn't just fiction, it was based on reality instead. Then were Moroku's murders, were they done to seal Kakuya? Once every 10 years, Moroku killed a girl and made her into a doll in order to maintain the seal. But then Moroku died, and now Kakuya is free. I don't know exactly what happened, but the seal must have failed. I keep reading and find details in the rite in the realm of the dead. One part of it says, if Kakuya opens the path to the realm of the dead in a mirror, it can be reopened by joining mirrors. Aunt Natsumi must have read this. I read all the way to the end, but nothing else sounds particularly helpful. It doesn't even say what NG is. Damn, what a waste. I slam the book shut and shove it back into the bookshelf. Yeah, I feel you. That book was creepy, man. Oh, what was that? Nah, it's probably nothing. Sorry I'm late. I'm expecting big things from you today. Huh? You're a Monami, yeah? Huh, so you're Ue. It's the first time we've actually met. I've heard a ton of rumors about you. I'm sure none of them were good. I don't plan on making friends with the pampered prince of the Monami family. I work for the police, not your pal. Hey now, no need to be so angry. I'm not even an official member yet anyway. I'm just an insignificant high schooler. That's rich coming from Mr. Threads himself. But whatever, we'll put all that on pause. I'm not after you right now. Kojima, we have customers? Ami steps out from where she was sleeping. Seems all the noise woke her up. She looks up at Ue curiously since she's never met her. So you're Ami, huh? Your brother told me everything. I'm glad you're safe. You don't feel strange or anything, do you? No, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired and sleepy. That's cool. You might be suffering from mild dysautonomia after all you went through. I actually don't know what that is. I'd have to look it up. Hey Kojima, you should get her checked at the hospital. I can arrange an appointment for her. No doing, cop lady. What did I say to make you that mad, idiot? She may seem fine now, but what if she isn't later? Don't you want to get her looked at? I think this is a spiritual disease more than anything, if there was any problems. You don't have to worry so much. I'm fine, really, so... It's just to be safe, Ami. Come on, it'll make your worrywart brother happy. Hey. Okay. I'll go in for an examination just for you. Sheesh, you guys. Oh, brother, Charlie Brown. No. Let's decide it. Then let's get going before they stop seeing patients for the day. Kojima, did you already tell her about Natsumi? Yeah, I told her. Yeah? Then let's go visit her while we're at the duel. I'm sure she'd be relieved if Ami came to see her. Yeah. We all leave the bar. And get drunk? No. Ue leads us over to the hospital where Aunt Natsumi's staying. After visiting her, Ami goes in for her own examination. They decide to keep her at the hospital overnight for the exam. That night, after the hospital visiting hours are over, we return to Kasuji Station. A pleasant breeze blows through the area. It's nice and cool out tonight. ... Are you worried about Ami, Kojima? I checked to make sure the hospital room had no mirrors and the nurses keep watch on her. She'll be fine, yeah? 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 Was he like, was it Jamaican? Yeah! What you talking about, yeah? Anyway, yeah. I don't like taking my eyes off her, but she'll probably be fine for now. If Kakuya is going to kidnap her again, she'd have her play a game first. If you're that worried about her, you can go see her first thing in the morning. Anyway, I'm heading home. Tomorrow's going to be busy, and I want to get some sleep. I'm going to go see a forensics researcher and verify that report on the cause of the fire. The Killer Peach did that, yeah? Let me know if you find anything. I'm not supposed to show investigation material to outsiders, though. You're seriously going to try and pull that card now? You got me there. I'll contact you tomorrow. See ya. Ue disappears towards the ticket gates. Huh? Where did Monome go? He was just here. I guess I'll look for him. That's odd. Where did he go? The cops inside look busy answering the phones. No, that's actually the same when I was here last time. Okay, that's all the same. I don't see anyone at the bus stop. It's a building by the station with offices and cram schools. Looks like people are still inside this hour. A few rooms still have lights on. Horrible. A Monome comes walking back from over there. Oh, did Ue leave already? I didn't get to say goodbye. Not that I care. What were you doing? Word got out that I escaped the house. I got a call from my pops, so I figured I'd better answer it. He wasn't furious? Oh, he was. Just about yelled my ear off. It was annoying, so I hung up on him. That's just gonna make it worse. No worries, Pops has a soft spot for me. He might knock me around a bit, but after that, it'll be water under the bridge. Not sure if that's letting you off easy or being harsh. Anyway, you got some time to kill, yeah? Come with me for a bit. What's this all of a sudden? I'm stressed after being under surveillance for so long, so I'm gonna let off some steam. I'll treat you, so come with me, alright? Dude, I don't think there's time to be doing that. Scowl as hard as you can. You can still never be as intimidating as my dad. Just come with me, alright? But thou must! We pass through the shopping district by Kasuji Station and arrive at a high-class club. Normally minors wouldn't be allowed inside, but I guess a Monome is an exception. We grab seats farther inside, and hostesses quickly position themselves on Monome's side. He eats and drinks for a bit while chatting up the hostesses. Then, as if remembering something, he makes a phone call. You don't want to give us a picture of the host club or anything like that? Hostess club? After a while, a well-dressed old man comes up to us. There we go. Monome hoists his feet up onto the table. Then, as he munches on some fruit, he gazes down at the man kneeling before him. Hey, Urita, you heard what I said, yeah? Yeah, yes? Monome's got to have some kind of dirt on this guy. He smiles submissively at Amaname, a kid who's maybe as old as his own grandson. About the redevelopment of Shinza Station? Mind telling me the bidding price that your company offered? But, Mr. Amaname, that's a company secret. Oh, is that right? If that's a secret, then I guess I won't keep this a secret. Amaname takes out a photo of his breast pocket. Out of his breast pocket. It shows the man walking out of a hotel with a young woman. Cheating on your wife. What a horrible guy. I wonder what she'd think. Isn't your daughter about to start middle school? Be a rough time to have to learn about this. Hey, Akira. The man remains silent and Amaname turns towards me. What do you think of the scumbag? ... I guess Amaname wants me to help threaten the guy. What should I say? I mean, even if I say the wrong thing, it'll only make Amaname mad. It's no big deal. I'll just say whatever. What do you think of this guy? I think you can fail this one too, and it doesn't affect anything, but... You can't lose the game if Amaname gets mad, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is what he deserves. Yeah, there's only a couple times in the game where you can technically fail these, and it doesn't really change much. This is what he deserves. If he were my dad, I'd kick his ass. Right. Amaname grins, satisfied. By the way, if it's Hazuki, it's a completely different scenario. You have to answer stuff for some. Then he turns back to the man. Hey, Arita, tell me the company secret, and I'll just keep this little instant hero secret too. Everyone's happy as long as we both stay quiet. But I'll even give you a reward. You're tight on money right now, yeah? Gotta pay off that new building loan you just got, right? What? How did you know about that? I've researched every little thing about you. If you're not convinced, maybe you'd like me to tell you what you had for lunch 1 week ago. ... The man's expression slowly gives way to despair. Guess I should give him another push. Maybe I'll try butting in. Leave him be. I guess, yeah, play the good cop, bad cop type situation, except not actually say good cop. I have no idea what they're talking about, so I'll leave this to Amaname. I decided to eat fruit and keep to myself. This is delicious. The man looks at me uncomfortably. Amaname laughs quietly. But Mr. Amaname, I can't betray my company like that. I'm begging you, please understand. The man starts pleading. He sounds like he's about to cry. ... Hey, knock it off already. Amaname coldly looks down at the man's white head. It's business. Either you sell me the information or I crush you. Pick one. You're supposed to be my elder, aren't you? Don't you have enough experience to know you're not getting out of this by saying please? Give it a rest, jeez. Amaname suddenly yells out. Then he glances over at me. Turn it up to 11. This goes up to 11. Now we want kids to kick the couch in silence. What about this speaker? But this one goes up to 11. ... Without saying a word, I kick the leather couch over. Beep. The man shudders as an electrical shock ran through him. I feel kind of bad for him. Oh, all right. Mr. Amaname, you win. Once the bidding price is fixed, I'll contact you. In exchange, that photo. Yeah, I know. Once you contact me, I'll take responsibility to dispose of it and the digital backups. I could trust you, right? He's Yakuza. Of course you can trust him. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, of course. If there's no trust, what's the point of making a deal? And the money? Give me the account information. I'll send it. I hope you're looking forward to it. Okay. The man finishes talking with Amaname and quickly leaves as if he's fleeing a crime scene.
Okay.
All right, that was a huge success. I didn't think it'd go that well. That was a good performance, Akira. Thanks. After a while, Amaname and I leave the club. I have no clue how much it cost. I just took Amaname up on his offer and let him handle it all. For a while now, Maname's been happily singing a song that sounds vaguely familiar. That tune. It's Momo Kuruse's Wonder Rabbits. Why is he... He's having so much fun singing that I didn't want to interrupt. But I guess I should stop him. Hey, I'm Anime. Huh? What? Oh, sorry, folks, for letting it... for stopping him singing too much. I thought it was just kind of a clear line of, you know, you read it out and you press the buttons, but he was actually about to start singing the full song with the beat and everything. Well, too bad, guys. maybe I'll do a bonus episode or something like that where I have him play the whole thing or something. Huh? What? You like that song? Yeah, it's a good song. I don't care about Momo Kuruse at all, but I love Wonder Rabbits. I sing it to myself when I'm in a good mood. You've got some strange taste for a Yakuza kid. Why are you so prejudiced? Momo Kuruse, Hatsuki's still in a coma. Wonder when she'll be able to sing Wonder Rabbits again. Quit scowling, Akira. Once the Kaguya... I don't know why I was stumbling there. Once the Kaguya thing is dealt with, both her and Natsumi will be healed. I know. I guess it was obvious what I was thinking about. So, we may as well party it up tonight. Akira, how about one more bar? I'll pass. I'm getting tired. Hey, what are you, a toddler? It's barely past midnight. Shut up. I didn't get much sleep yesterday. Yeah, I guess you had it rough recently. I suppose we'll call it a night. To be continued after we avenge Murahashi and Natsumi recovers. Yeah, sounds good. Then I'll be able to empty my head and laugh it up like a moron with you. Who knows when that'll be, though. It's not too far off, man. We'll finish this before summer break's over. That's right, it is summer break right now. Or is it summer break right now? I've been so busy, I totally forgot. Yeah, you didn't have to go to school, surprise. Wait, seriously? Well, I guess you've always had a one-track mind. I bet most of our classmates are studying their asses off for the entry exams right about now. Huh, seems unreal. ... Guess it's because my personal reality's been so messed up recently. Things like summer break and school that are normal for everyone else seem totally alien. After all this is finally over, will I even be able to return to my old life? Alright, let's split up. We'll meet again tomorrow afternoon. I'll go with you to see Ami. What are you gonna do now, go home? Huh, not a chance. Once I go back, I'm gonna be under surveillance again. I'll stay in some random hotel until all this is finished. You could stay at my place. Yeah, hard no on that one. That place is old, cramped, and smelly. It might be fine for a tough guy like you, but for someone fine like myself, it's impossible. Yeah, I get it. Do whatever you want. Thanks for the offer, though. Alright, good night. Just right down the road. Bye-bye. Amaname heads to the ticket gates. Guess I'll head back, too. I kind of feel bad about stopping him in the minute. He was about to start belting out the song, and I finished the dialogue. Actually, it kind of makes sense appropriately for story-wise that you stop him before he really gets into it, but, yeah. Anyway, ditched me, huh? My apartment is a mirror that connects to the realm of the dead. Feels weird to sleep in a place with something like that sitting in it, but after all I've gone through, this is nothing. I've survived all that for this long. I don't know about the other spirits, but Kaguya wants to play her game with me, so she probably won't harm me directly. That's what I've decided to think anyway. I realize it's a pretty bold stance to take. I eat some food, take a hot shower, and then start getting ready for bed. I think I'll be able to sleep well for once. August 19th. Finally got some decent shut-eye for once. Teaching a Jiguru's Jujitsu. So a lot to learn. Okay, nothing else? Okay. Open the curtains. Any more jump scares? Nope. Well, there's gonna be a few more before the game's over, but I wonder how many jump scares I missed because I did something like an order or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let's go to bed. There's really nothing else to really examine, so. Collapsing on the bed, I shut my eyes. Maybe because I haven't been getting much sleep, my consciousness quickly melts into the darkness. ... Yeah, we'll go and save. Might as well save on this file so that way I can get the Amaname singing clip. August 20th, Friday. I meet up with Amaname around noon. We head to the hospital where Ami's staying. While Amaname keeps Ami company, the doctor explains her diagnosis to me. Ami's body is healthy, but they found some small irregularities in her brainwaves. He mentioned something about alpha or beta waves, but I can't make sense of it. He says he wants to do a more thorough exam, so he'll be keeping Ami another night. Ami isn't happy to hear that, of course. Before evening, Amaname and I return to Kasuji Station. When we leave the building, the summer sun's blinding rays shine down on us.
まずいな。
Ugh, this sun's way too bright today. This heat'll make me want to kill someone. Akira, let's go to the Black Rabbit. I'm feeling like a fried egg right now. Yeah. Actually, a fried egg would be kind of good right now. We run to the Black Rabbit, hurrying along as we flee from the sun. We crank up the air conditioning and pass the time drinking and talking about nothing. Ue's coming by tonight. Apparently she got a verdict on the report on the cause of the fire. Well, lucky for her, her job's good. Sorry I'm late. Be patient, someone else has got the details. Ah, I feel awful. Middle-aged guys like me are not cut out for this. Hey, Kojima, looks like you're doing well. I'm sure you missed me yesterday. You guys were working together? Yeah, well, I've been really curious about that report on the cause of the fire, too. So I got her to tell me the results early. But thanks to my curiosity, now I've got to do even more work. I'll make it happen to use school for Sunday. Apparently this extra work is Ue's doing. So Bon and I will be taking a leave. I'd love to chat with you more, but if I don't hurry, I'll miss the bullet train. Where in the world are you going? Out west on a business trip involving Killer Peach. Ue can give you more details. Let's go, Bon. So, see ya. Yeah, they're not basically for the end game. Bon and Rose go back to whatever they do. It's because the story could change drastically, so it makes a reason to kick them out of the story at a certain part, so it's easier to edit and do the story flow. Well, I'll go over that whenever I do the other endings. Bon and Rose hurriedly leave. Talk about coming and going like a tempest. That hottie with the body was Rose, yeah? Too bad I didn't get to introduce myself. Well, hopefully that all goes well. It involves Killer Peach. What kind of order was it? Before that, I'll tell you more about this. Ue takes a familiar document out of her pocket. Here, I'll give it back to you. Obtain the fire report. It gets a forensic researcher to check out the parts that were blackened and unreadable. As I assumed, it's about the fire at the Momoe department store. You mean that thing Killer Peach Okayama talked about on the tape recorder? I never heard about it before. No surprise there, it happened 10 years ago already. We were snot-nosed brats back then. We weren't interested in the news. Now that I think about it, Akira, that's about the time I met you, huh? Was it? I don't remember at all. Hey! I'm pretty bad about those types of memories too, actually, in real life. Keep talking, detectives. What kind of fire was it? ... Ue falls silent for a while and begins to speak in a hushed voice. Momoi department store was an old store in front of Shinza Station. 10 years ago, a fire shut it down. Then the Sumi group brought it, demolished it, and built a moon tower right on that very spot. So that's how they're related. That's probably why the floor of the department store appeared outside that elevator. Must be a supernatural effect caused by a spirit, like that at the Moroku residence. The fire happened on the 5th floor in the toy department. Huh? The toy department caught fire? On the news, they speculated that an electrical malfunction the lights caused it. Whatever the cause was, more than 20 people lost their lives in that fire. Most of the victims were families. It was just before Christmas, so they'd probably come to buy presents. That's some horrible timing. Yeah. At least that's what was reported on the news 10 years ago. But that isn't the truth. That report made that very clear. The blackened parts had info on the true cause of the fire and the state of the scene. The true cause? Huh. Yeah, on the floor of the scene of the incident, they found traces of gasoline. So it was arson? Exactly. The condition of the scene leaves no room for doubt. The news probably got fed some false info and the evidence got suppressed. Even this report was considered lost because of some accident. Now the question is, who's behind all that? Though you could probably guess based on what you heard from Okayama's voice recorder. Okayama was trying to ask Noboru Ishimaru, the president of the Sumi group, about the fire. She was probably suspicious about the truth behind the fire and Ishimaru's relation to it. Okayama's lost her husband and son in the fire. She went after Ishimaru to get her revenge and was killed. If Killer Beach had the report on her, that means Okayama must have found it somewhere. She was a member of the Diet, so she must have had connections to get it. That's some obsession. If she went to those lengths to get that report, she'd probably be the type to hold on after death. Her family died, after all. I can't say I don't understand her fierce persistence to get to the truth. May I ask something? You say the cause of the fire was arson, but was the culprit ever found? No, not yet. It wasn't written in the report either. But it must have been someone with one messed up head. What makes you say that? According to the report, there was a gun found at the scene of the fire, but most of the victims burned to death. If they wanted to kill them, they could have just shot them, but they specifically burned them. And most of the burnt corpses they found are chained together. Chains? What were those for? How should I know? The report lists some possibilities, maybe to restrain the victims or have them watch each other. And one that sounds pretty occult too. What do you mean by occult? Well, the arsonist may have been trying to play the Demon Tsukuyomi game. Wait, did you just say Demon Tsukuyomi?
Actually, do you know anything about the Demon Tsukuyomi?
No, I've never heard of it before. What is it?
I don't know. I just remember Kakuya talking about it.
I'm sure of it. Ami mentioned that earlier. Uh-oh. What? A whisper comes from somewhere.
It's time for a tale. Demon Tsukuyomi, please come here.
So it's not over yet, huh? But this time it's different. The game always starts when Kakuya tells me the name of the spirit, but this time Kakuya hasn't shown herself yet. Damn it, I have no idea what's going on. I suddenly feel my consciousness drifting away and instinctively hold my head. Akira, what's the matter? It's the curse. Kakuya's curse is back. What? No way, but you saved Ami. How should I know what Kakuya's deal is? All I know is I'll be in real trouble if I don't do something about that Demon Tsukuyomi by today. What? Yeah, I guess we gotta act before we think right now. You survived this long, so I'm sure it'll all work out this time too. Hey detective, tell us everything you know about that damn Demon Tsukuyomi game. Well, right. Then I'll tell you what I know. Rumors of Demon Tsukuyomi. You should get the trophy for Demon Tsukuyomi rumor unlocked by this point. The Demon Tsukuyomi game was real popular with middle schoolers at the time. If you performed a certain ritual, supposedly a ghost called the Demon Tsukuyomi would appear and grant any wish. No one really knows what the Demon Tsukuyomi itself is supposed to be. Some say its name is taken from the Japanese god of the moon, Tsukuyomi. Apparently because it only shows up at nights when there's a moon. The concept is kind of similar to the Kokuri game or Ouija board, and Ouija board is trademarked. The Demon Tsukuyomi game ritual has to be done on a night when there's a moon. To summon him you need chains, something to burn, and 2 hand mirrors. First you place the chain down like you're surrounding yourself. The area sectioned off by the chain is supposed to be like the altar for the ritual. Next you take your offering and burn it in the altar. You can burn anything you want, but its value has got to be proportional to the size of your wish. If your wish isn't granted, that means the thing you burned wasn't valuable enough. Once you light the thing on fire, you gotta recite a spell to summon the demon Tsukuyomi before it burns up. Demon Tsukuyomi, please grant my wish. Once you finish the spell, there's one last thing. You gotta use the 2 hand mirrors and join them together. Then the demon Tsukuyomi will appear. And That's everything I know about it. Huh, that sounds a little different than the rumors we've heard about other spirits. It doesn't even mention anyone dying. Between the chains and the fire, it all lines up pretty well with that arson case. Which means the arsonist was trying to perform the demon Tsukuyomi ritual? That's just one explanation. No one but the arsonist knows for sure. So, Kojima, what are you gonna do now? Well, I don't know. We gotta go back to the Moon Tower, I guess. I'm going to Moon Tower because we only got one day, right? So, got any reason for that. The one elevator turned back time. Only Spirit can do that. Something similar happened at the Moroku residence too. If the elevator's still doing that means something's still there. And it just might be the demon Tsukuyomi. I getcha. I wonder if Rene Ue is supposed to be not southern. I forgot what the region is. Like Kansai. I wonder if she's supposed to be from the Kansai region because a lot of her dialect is kind of like southern-ish. And usually, or is it Kansai? I think so. I don't know that much about Japan. I only get bits and pieces from like anime and video games. So, all right, want to get going then? If that department store the elevator goes to is the scene from right under the fire, there might be chains left there, so we can try out the demon Tsukuyomi game.
Okay.
Okay, then it's decided. I'll be going with you, obviously. It's my job to protect you, after all. You're gonna have to fix that ghost allergy of yours before you make claims like that. Ugh. I feel like I've come a long way compared to how it was when this all started. If we're going to Moon Tower, we'll need to prepare first. Ben's not with us this time, so we can't use the same trick we did before. By the way, what did you ask Ben and Rose to do? Just some minor business. Minor business? I thought it involved Killer Peach. I sent them to tell me where Okiyama's house is. After Okiyama died, her personal belongings were sent to her house. I wanted to find out what was in there. If there's a notebook, we might learn something about Killer Peach or the arson case. I can't believe that we're fine with being ordered around like that. When I told Bond it'd be a good scoop, he was all for it. I'll introduce Rose to a nice hot spring inn, which got her real interested real fast. Sounds like Bond and Rose are out of reach. They won't be able to help me with the investigation tonight. So how are we going to sneak into Moon Tower then? I'm going to take a page out of Bond's book. Just leave it to me. Alright, I'm counting on you. I better get going then. Come to Moon Tower in about 2 hours. Ue leaves the bar after that cryptic remark. Well, we've got time to kill. Want to get a bite to eat, Akira? Apparently there's a new traditional style place by Shinza Station. It'll be my treat. This ain't no time to eat, you moron. Come on, don't be so mad. You need to have a high quality meal every now and then. It'll do your body good. Yeah, I sometimes will eat out at a really fancy restaurant once in a while just to get something like really, really good outside of what I make myself. Although it's really not that much more better than what I make myself. And I'm not saying I'm a great cook. I'm just saying sometimes the hype of restaurants is overplayed. Amaname and I go to the fancy restaurant by Shinza Station. The food there is mind-blowing, which is to be expected for something so crazy expensive. Though I would have preferred more meat. The Demon Tsukuyomi file has been updated. 820. Demon Tsukuyomi rumor notes. Momoi department store fire 10 years ago. Not an accident. Victims were tied up in chains. Demon Tsukuyomi ritual has similarities with fire incident. Surround self with chains. Make altar. Burn something. Incantation. Need 2 mirrors. Join them by facing together. Wish granted based on value of object burned. And what's the strongest value of all but human lives? 2 hours after I split with Ue, I arrive at Shinza Station. It's a Friday night, but weirdly there aren't many people out. Wonder how Miss Detective will do. It's Ue. Yo, I'm at Moon Tower. Yeah, good timing. I just finished persuading him. Persuading, is it? I just had a nice long chat with the head of security you Ben bribed is all. Told him if he didn't listen to what I said, I'd haul him in for breach of trust. He simmered down real quick after that. I simmered down now. I simmered down. Wow, you really are a shady cop. What else was I supposed to do? We don't have a lot of options here. Anyway, the back door's unlocked, so get inside. I'll be waiting on the roof. Got something I want to show you. Okay, meet you there. Seems all obstructions have been removed. Time to march into battle, Akira. Even this late at night, the asphalt is still hot as I head towards Moon Tower. No one's in sight, so I slip in the back door. Unlike outside, it's cool in here. Guess the air conditioner's still running. I reflexively take a quick look around, but I didn't need to bother. There's no one else in the hall. That detective said she'd be on the roof, yeah? Who knows what she wants to show us, but we better get a move on. Alright. I don't think there's any new stuff to, like, really look at, so... Took an elevator on the west side. What the? A text. I open up the message. 820-22XX, D-Man. D-Mail 9. How are you? It's D-Man. I prepared your next riddle. Search the broken red monster in the place that exists no more. How cryptic. ... Anyway, let's, I mean, we'll find his stuff, but we need to get to the roof first, so... You don't have anything to say, right? Silent stare on you. Okay. Anyway. Stepped out of the elevator. I don't think this place has anything to examine. Nope, okay. Opened the door and left the elevator area. The roof of Moon Tower is an open terrace. It's cloudy tonight, but if it wasn't, we'd probably get a great view of the starry sky. Huh, I like looking down the lowly peons from this high. Who exactly are these lowly peons? Hey, you finally made it. Pretty nice spot, isn't it? I'm pretty fond of it, so I come up here now and then. You come here for a reason? Well, you know. So, what are we meeting on the roof for? This. I glanced down at Ui's feet. She stands by the only bare patch of ground. There's a stone monument in the center. Okay. Let's see if there's anything to really examine over. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, just checking. There's some kind of monument in the center. A bunch of letters are engraved in the stone's smooth surface. Now, on one end is large letters. It reads, Momoe Department Store Fire Victim Memorial. Apparently this is a memorial for the victims of the Momoe Department Store Fire. Yes, you just told us that. After a paragraph consoling the dead, there's a list of names. Going down the list, some of the names look familiar. Kenji Okiyama. Momotaro Okiyama. This is Killer Peach's Tomoko Yokoyama's husband and son. Okiyama had been trying to discover the truth behind the fire that killed her family, and she was killed for it. Oh. As I keep reading, my eyes snag on a group of names. Their last name. Saburo Ue, Yuuki Ue, Hiroku Ue. There's Ues on the list. They aren't. Yeah, it's just what you think. My parents and my little brother. That's why she wanted to know about the fire so badly. If their names are here, then they died in the department store fire 10 years ago? Yeah, that's right. They went to the Momoe department store before Christmas to buy my little brother a present. I'd made plans to play at a friend's house, so I didn't go with them. Thanks to that, I was saved. Then, is that why you're so rash when it comes to the Moon Tower case? Pretty much. I knew Dai's woman Okiyama was chasing the truth behind the fire, and that the president of Sumi, Noboru Ishimaru, was keeping a close eye on her. Then Okiyama up and vanished. The Sumi folks had to be behind it. Though I thought I could learn something by investigating them under the guise of the Killer Peach case. Never expected Okiyama to be Killer Peach. She quirks a weary smile. No surprise, this case took a left turn far outside the jurisdiction of regular detectives. Both Okiyama and I lost family in that fire, so I understand Killer Peach's grudge. But I'm a member of the police. I can't accept her approach. I need to stop her, no matter what. Well, her spirit's gone now, so I want to pursue the truth using just means into her place. Just means, huh? You do realize that this investigation of yours is totally illegal, right? Quit being fussy. I saw Ue get cut down by Killer Peach. Her recklessness back then pissed me off, but When I think about how she'd likely been comparing herself to Killer Peach, I guess it was only natural. By the way, about this memorial, why is this one spot scratched out? I'm on the ordered list of names on the memorial. One appears to be scratched out. Oh, look at that. Probably some nasty prank or something. One day it was just suddenly like that. Whose name was there? No clue. The report only mentioned that there were 25 people. There was no personal info on them. Huh. The fire resulted in 25 victims, including the one scratched out. The report said that the cause of the fire was arson, and the victims had been connected by chains. What the hell happened 10 years ago? How did it connect to the demon Tsukuyomi? I'll just have to go back in the past to find out. Now, how do you activate time travel? Tibbly, timey, wimey, tribbly, try me. Or wait, wibbly, wobbly, timey, wimey, or whatever. So, it's a story can always be very convoluted as soon as you add time travel, so you have to be very careful with how it works. Otherwise, it kind of becomes super convoluted. Well, we're done here, so let's get going. We're headed to the Momoi department store. We'll take the special elevator on the first floor. Right. The update has been filed on the creature. Rumor notes 2. Victim names engraved on memorial, 24 people. Last name Okiyama. Ue's family, parents, and younger brother. Empty spot for one name. Seems to be scraped off. Cause of the fire covered up. Did Okiyama know? Alright. Let's, whoops. Wrong button. Alright. Let's go back. Huh? What's up? I punched the button, but the elevator's not responding. I tapped the button over and over, but the door still won't open. The elevator isn't even coming. Let me see. Maybe you pushed it wrong. He tries pushing the button himself. Actually, it doesn't even sound like he's pushing a button. It sounds like they're flipping a switch. But it still doesn't respond. Ugh! Symbols are clanging together somewhere. Mixed in is what sounds like faint clockwork? What are you screeching like a baby for? If this is how the next boss in the Mana Maze is like, then they're in for a lot of trouble. Hey, it's not my fault. Guess no snappy comeback from him. Guess I better find the source of the sound. I think it's coming from over there. Ah, jump scare. Whoa! Hey, would you keep it down? What do you do? Security catches wind of us. I thought you convinced them. I'd rather avoid as much trouble as we can. Who knows what will happen? Good point. It's as if nothing just happened. I grabbed the gorilla toy off the floor. God, this reminds me of God, that one point click adventure game I did like earlier this year. Dreamfall or whatever. Or that's the sequel, isn't it? Anyway. Obtain symbol gorilla. Okay. Interesting. Alright, let's try the roof again. Or the elevator again. Well, now we can go in there. Wasn't working before, but we just had to grab a gorilla, huh? Now let's get back to the first floor. Out of nowhere, there's a loud noise and shaking, but just as suddenly as it starts, it stops. All the lights go out. Huh? Did it break? Hey, did it really break on us? Well, it's all back on now. Guess it wasn't broken. Faulty wiring, I guess? Akira? Over there? I look over where he's pointing. A rabbit plushie hangs from the ceiling. I don't remember seeing it earlier. That wasn't there when we got on, right? Probably just fell from the ceiling when we stopped so suddenly. Moname is in slack-jawed shock, but I ignore him. I yanked the toy down as if nothing happened. Obtained hanged rabbit. Alright, let's step out. Oh yeah, you can look at the overall map if you're curious, but I never needed to do that, so step out of the elevator. Ugh! As we step out into the hall, a girl's laughter suddenly echoes down it. Laughter now too, huh? What in the world's going on in this building? Hey, Akira? Was that doll here before? Should we take out the barrel of laughs? No, it'll run out of juice eventually. I look where Monove is pointing and see an old, worn little girl doll. No. I slowly shake my head. All these supernatural things happening one after another, the other is really creepy. Damn it! Muttering under my breath, I stomp over and pick up the creepy laughing doll. A tiny laughing girl. Alright. What sounds like a cell phone vibrates nearby, but it's not mine. Nope, it's mine, not mine, which means... Looks like it's me. Excuse me for a sec. Yeah, it's me, Ui. Oh, Ban. Hey there. Yeah, so you got Tokiyama's belongings, okay? Good thing Ishimaro didn't get his hands on them. She stepped away, but she's so loud that I can hear what's going on. If you find a notebook or diary, look through every last bit of it. Maybe we'll figure out why Ishimaro and Sumi covered up that fire. Alright, I'll let you get to it. So, that's what's going on. I had Ban and Rose go check it out for me. We'll get a call if there's any developments. Alright, let's get to that special elevator. Alright, check the elevator on the right side here. A lot's happened, but we better go see this demon Tsukuyomi thing. Can we use that elevator? I got this. I already reached out to the higher-ups. My fingerprint should be edited by now. Then it's just whether it'll send us to the past or not. Will it make us play shitty games that suck ass? No. Well, we won't know until we try. She presses her finger to the scanner. Alright, in we go. So, alright. Now we want to get up to the 44th floor. And away we go. After running the elevator for a while, it shakes violently. Then... Huh? You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? A freakish scream pierces my ears like it's rising up from the depths of the earth. Was that the earthquake? What the heck was that voice? That earthquake and the voice. I recall what happened at Moon Tower before. This happened the last time I went to the past too. Huh? So then you're saying we arrived at... Yeah, most likely. The mysterious phenomenon stops. The elevator starts moving again, and when it stops, it lets us out on an unknown floor. When the door opens, I step out. Guess it still works. We're really in the past right now? You sure this isn't the present? What's got you so freaked out, Squirt? Moon Tower ain't got no shopping area. No way. We've seriously gone back to the past? But if this is the past, there's a problem. Ue was killed by Killer Peach. What's the matter? You're not one to stand around thinking. Time to explain how I've been here twice before on my last investigation. Both times Ue died. Then you're saying it might happen again? Worrying about maybes won't get us anywhere. Who knows if that demon will appear unless we look. So let's go see. Speaking of, I have a question before we proceed. Just what is that red thing on the floor? Flares. A flare. It was there last time I was here too. Oh, that's what's mentioned in the report. So this flare was used in an instant? But what for? If you want to burn something, all you need is gasoline and a spark, right? Theory in the report said the culprits first caused a fake fire with flares. Then they guided all the panicked customers to somewhere where they could detain them. Crafty asshole. Alright, I don't know if these guys... this has new dialogue or not. Bunch of flares on the floor. All the reused are too wet to work. Yeah, that's the same as before. The lights hanging from the ceiling. They aren't on, but they're buzzing. Yeah, same thing. And puddle on the floor. Water's clear enough to reflect my place and ceiling. I look around to see if anything find anything interesting, but there's nothing interesting. Okay. Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. Looks like it's been right around Christmas when the tragedy happened. TV with built-in VHS deck. Checking the VHS slot and nothing. Absolutely nothing, which is what you're about to become. Head towards the back of the floor. I sense a presence in the dark. Spinning the flashlight around towards it reveals... Wait, Killer Peach? I thought we put her to rest. What's she doing here? Killer Peach lying in wait for me. Oh yeah, it's the past, isn't it? Hey, wait just a second. That's Killer Peach, isn't it? I thought you defeated her, Akira. Time's been turned back. But didn't we defeat her in the past too? Whatever. Killer Peach vanished, but the strange phenomenon hasn't stopped. So it's not her doing after all. Damn, I'll think on that later. Right now I've got to do something about her. Killer Peach sways as she walks towards me. Who are you? What are you doing here? The same question as before, but there's no way I can use the same method I did last time. I don't have the tools. Gotta think of another way. I know the truth behind her grudge now. I need to let her know that somehow, but if I say anything wrong, she'll cut me down. Alright, well now that we have the fire report, we can just show that, so... Hey look! This is the fire report from the Momoe department store. ... I thrust the report out in front of me and Killer Peach slows. It may be me imagining it, but it seems like she's not sure what to do. Why do you have... All of her eyes swivel to focus on me. Her stare pierces me to my bones. It's clear she'll see through any lie. Because I defeated you. You defeated me? Yeah, I did. I defeated you, and that's how I got this report. I'm using it to investigate the truth behind the department store fire. Truth. Investigating the truth. Yeah, we got that from another game, Persona 4. You've heard of it? That's what you did when you were alive. What I did when I was alive? You didn't just want revenge on Sumi. You wanted to know the truth behind the fire that killed your family, no matter what, right? ... Investigating the truth. There is no falsehood in those words. I meant every word. ... After a long moment of breathless silence. Bye. With a cry, Killer Peach vanishes. Huzzah! I don't know how we survived that, but we did. Man, how are you so calm? I nearly threw up. I was so worried we'd die. Oh, something's over there. The katana Killer Peach used lies on the ground at the spot where she disappeared. Obtain the katana. So the sword. That means she's leaving the rest up to you? How should I know? Well, with things the way they are, it may come in handy. I'll pretend I didn't see you take an illegal weapon for now. Hand it over when we leave, though. Whatever, I'm not planning on getting much future use with it. It's a katana, though. It'd be awesome to have. Anyway, Demon Report's been updated. 8:20, Demon Tsukuyomi Rumor Notes 3. Toy and doll in elevator hall, plushie inside elevator, Killer Peach again. I thought I defeated her. Was I entrusted with everything?